Hi, I'm Andy Kaufman, president of the Institute for Leadership Excellence Development Incorporated. Thank you for joining me for this edition of the People and Projects podcast. Well, it's a new year. And when I think about New Year's, I think of resolutions. So let me ask you, do you set New Year's resolutions? Yeah, we joke about them all the time that they don't work. And yet in this episode, we're going to talk about how you can set some goals to achieve those in this coming year. But before we do that, I decided to hit the streets and talk to some local people here in the Chicago area to get their wisdom on New Year's resolutions. Let's check that out.
I do not usually set New Year's resolutions.
And why is that?
I never have a good enough one to do, or I don't think I'm actually gonna stick with it.
So if you did one New Year's resolution for next year, what do you think it might be? Not saying you would, but if you did, what do you think it would be?
I do not know.
Probably to stop cracking my knuckles.
Stop cracking your knuckles. Well, that's probably a really good idea. So could you make it more measurable, like only crack your knuckles once a week or something? What do you think?
Probably once a day, maybe.
Once a day. There you go. That would be more realistic. How long do you think New Year's resolutions last?
Like average one?
Yeah.
First month.
First month? That's probably pretty optimistic. Sometimes people say about a week, maybe an hour, and you find yourself cracking your knuckles tonight, maybe. So
my New Year's resolution beyond May.
Beyond May, that's actually pretty optimistic. You know, how long do you think most resolutions last?
I would say about a week or so. I think people will go to the gym for a week and think that, and then they'll just get too lazy.
Right.
So maybe my New Year's resolution is to keep my New Year's resolutions and not be so lazy.
Yeah, that's good. So, well, if you had to get even more specific to not be lazy, can you think of a way to make it almost measurable?
I would say probably do more with making lists and, setting small goals and like it's good to always have like small-term goals and to have long-term goals as well.
That's true.
Because you can't get to the, you'll have like that ultimate goal of losing weight or
exactly.
whatever, but you have to set up small goals.
Yeah, that's good.
Stop getting in trouble?
Stop getting in trouble. That's a good one. So what's something you'd have to do to stop getting in trouble?
Think before I act.
Yeah, boy, I wish I would have learned that a long time ago myself. So, how long do you think New Year's resolutions last? What do you think?
4 hours.
4 hours. That's probably about right. So that means in about 4 hours from now, you're going to get in trouble again. Is that going to happen?
No, 4 hours after New Year's.
Oh, okay. So you've got like the rest until New Year's Day and then 4 hours into it. Okay, all right.
To never change.
But to never change.
Maybe lose the Iowa Hawkeyes jacket.
Yeah.
So how long do New Year's resolutions last, do you guys think?
A month max.
I don't know. Never tried
2 weeks maybe.
Never tried it? Seriously, never tried one?
Never tried.
You have to try it because they don't work at all. But you have to try it.
Then you can see that it doesn't work.
Yeah.
For yourself.
Yeah.
You gotta do it once.
Yeah. I used a system last year. It's online where you actually put money down. And so if you hit your goal for the week, they don't charge you. But if you don't, you have to pay. So that's a pretty good.
It's an
So
incentive
there's
right there.
Yeah, exactly,
That is, it's interesting.
When they can hurt you.
But I mean, you guys all look independently wealthy, so that probably wouldn't really matter. But
Right there down the hall. I'm cleaning out one cabinet in my house.
one cabinet. See, now that is a perfect resolution because you didn't set it for like your entire house. Yeah.
One cabinet.
So
If I accomplish it, then I'm doing good. But if I don't, then
Yeah.
I didn't do anything too dramatic.
that's a brilliant one. So how long do New Year's resolutions last, do you think?
The whole year.
Well, good luck with that cabinet. Thank you. See ya.
Eat more.
Eat more. I love it. Yeah. Gain more weight. You look like you could, actually,
I
man.
gotta put on some weight,
Yeah. Well, how high are you going to set that bar? Like, what are you going to gain?
Shooting for like 400 pounds. That's my goal. Like preliminary, but if I get to 350, I won't be sad. Let's just say that.
Yeah, that's good. Yeah,
Yeah.
I like that. Yeah. So, do you have a goal for him for next year?
For him?
Yeah.
Oh, he should just continue on the route he's on. He's
Yeah.
doing excellent
Well, what about you?
academically.
Yeah. What about you?
Oh, I probably will hit the gym.
Hit the gym?
Yeah, get strong.
So it gets the goals are better if you make it measurable. So how often would you go to the gym?
Probably 3 times a week.
A day. Oh.
A day, yeah. Yeah. Okay, so 3 times a week. Is that realistic? Do you think she'd do that?
Yeah, she
I
can
think
definitely
that's
do
a realistic
See,
goal.
that's the key.
yeah.
That's the
believe in
key.
you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And how would that help you if you did that, do you think?
It would increase my strength. It would all about be
Yeah.
strength. Sure.
Yeah. Yeah.
And never kept one.
Never kept a single.
Not even one.
So
To lose weight.
to lose weight, yeah. Well, how long do you think they normally last?
Probably about maybe 30 seconds into the
So
first
here-
time it's offered to you.
2 weeks and 30 seconds, so it's somewhere in between there. So can you think of something maybe that could be done if somebody wanted to keep their New Year's resolution, something that could help them do a better job? What do you think?
Setting a goal
Yeah.
and trying to work toward it each day.
Yeah. So like maybe that lose weight one, maybe something more specific. Yeah.
Have a goal.
Yeah.
Well, be realistic in your choices of what you're going to have for New Year's resolution.
So I shouldn't say lose 20 pounds by tomorrow.
That ain't gonna
Yeah,
happen.
it's not going to happen. I can promise you that one's not going to
I
happen.
wouldn't
So.
even say that in 2 weeks.
Well, special thanks to my guests from the local neighborhood here. I think part of the problem when it comes to New Year's resolutions is we don't know how to set goals, or at least we don't do it very well. And I just want to take a couple minutes to talk about that. Good project managers know about setting SMART goals. Perhaps you've seen that acronym before, the SMART. We use it with performance management. We also use it with project objectives, success criteria for projects. So let's hit that. The S stands for specific. When it comes to New Year's resolutions, you don't say, I'm going to get healthier. That's not specific enough. What does that actually mean? We talk about with project objectives that if you have an objective without a number, it's just a slogan. Get as specific as possible. So it might be, I am going to lose a certain number of pounds. That is specific, and also it has the M, it's measurable. You have to get them so you know whether you achieve it. So it's specific, it's measurable. The A, the way I like to use it is, it's agreed upon. Because if I have it set as a goal, but the people around me or the people who know me are going to be supporting me don't necessarily agree, it's probably not going to be sticking. I won't be sticking with it. So make them specific, measurable. They're agreed upon. The R is realistic. Okay? Now, I could say I'm going to lose 20 pounds by the end of next week, but it's not going to happen. And as the person in one of the interviews said, I'm only going to clean one cabinet. That's realistic. It's doable. The joke is, you set the bar low enough in life, you're never disappointed. Well, I suppose that's part of it. But don't set it too high because you'll never achieve it. And I think that's what we do with our New Year's resolutions too often. So you make them so that they're realistic. And then the last part is you make them time frame. That's what the T stands for. Because the truth is sometimes we can't nail something by the end of next week. Set a goal that it'll be for the first quarter of the year or for something later on. Something to help this New Year's resolution go beyond just the 4 hours after you set it. So you want to get better this coming year? Set some goals. Take advantage of the fact that we have a new year here to set some goals. What do you want to achieve for this coming year? Make those goals specific. Make them measurable so you can celebrate when you actually achieve it. Get some people around you to verify. Make it agreed upon. Make sure they're realistic and set some time frames for it. The last part of it is have a system to reinforce it and to track it. If you listen to last year's episode, I talked about stick.com. That's stickk.com. I love the system. I'm sure there are other online systems that can be just as good, but this is my favorite currently. The way it works is you set your goals and you do it publicly, and so anyone on the internet can see what that goal is. But what you do is you put a credit card number down when you set that goal. And if you achieve your goal for the week, there's no cost to it. But if you don't, it's going to cost you. And what I found is that when you put a little bit more skin in the game, so to speak, stick.com can be a powerful way to help you achieve your goals. Well, I want to let you know I wish you a very, very successful year ahead. And if there's anything we can do here at the People and Projects Podcast to help you do that, please send an email. I look forward to hearing from you. Thank you for joining me for this episode of the People and Projects Podcast.